In this video, I want to tell you the most important practice that you can do to resolve a digestive issue. So to really heal digestive issue and to gain life balance, you do need an integrative approach. Dietary changes build a strong gut bacteria ecosystem. Emotional release techniques release stress from the body. And intestinal healers reduce inflammation and heal the cell lining of the gut. Together, these components provide healing at the root of intestinal injury. But the most important thing that you need to do is that you need to create a bedrock of rejuvenation and replenishment in your life. So it's okay if you're a super motivated person, a type A personality, and it's also okay if you're going through a stressful time in life. These things won't prohibit you from getting better. But it is probably not okay, especially if you are in this situation, for you to totally neglect or to forget your body. Your body and your mind are connected. You may not know this, but your body is emotionally intelligent. Research by neuroscientist Candace Pert proved that we carry molecules of emotion through every cell in our body. Research by the HeartMath Institute demonstrates how the heart is often alerted to stressful situations before our mind, and it tells our brain. In fact, our heart sends our brain more information than it receives. And it is now understood that we have a second brain in our heart. Similarly, so too does our digestion have a second brain, and it also sends more information to the brain in our head than it receives about what is happening in our body, and these messages impact and influence our mood, our thoughts, and our emotions. And so does our skin. Claudia Aguirre, a neuroscientist, has shared a ton of interesting research on our skin and how it responds to stressful and traumatic situations by creating everything from rashes to warts without our conscious awareness of what is bothering us. There are many other teachers, scientists, doctors, and medical researchers such as Dr. Peter Levine, Dr. Bruce Lipton, Dr. Gabor Mate, Dr. Von der Kolk, who write and teach about this subject extensively. And even so, even though we have a decent amount of scientific research regarding the connection between our body and our emotions, the chances are really high that if you go to your doctor today about a digestive issue or a health issue, you really aren't asked about how you feel, your relationships, stress levels, or traumas. More than likely, you're given a pill and sent on your way. Clearly, there is a disconnection between this information and what is being prescribed by mainstream medicine. But the real question here is, what do we do? And that is where the traditional forms of medicine and natural medicine come in, because they give tools and practices for what to actually do. Because while it is great that modern science is catching up to what traditional forms of medicine have been saying literally for thousands of years, that we are more than just the sum of our parts, that our emotional health matters, that there isn't a separation between our mind and our body, that our sense of purpose in our lives, our relationships, our food, and the connection that we have with nature matters. And while it is super interesting to be able to look at ourselves underneath a microscope and see our brain and our heart and our skin and how it is impacted by how we feel and even by what we believe, what do we do with that information? How do we use it to get better, to heal? So this is where I'd like to begin the journey with you. What I'd like to do is invite you to reframe your digestive issue. So maybe up until now, your body has felt like an enemy. Maybe your digestive issue has felt like something that is happening to you wrongly. It has felt out of your control. Your body has felt like something that is separate from yourself. But if you can start your journey with a reframe and from a space of curiosity that what is happening to your body is something that is trying to tell you something, that it is asking something from you, that it is trying to express something to you, and that it wants you to look at something, to slow down, to take a pause. So just by approaching your digestive issue with this curiosity, you are creating a different type of opening for true integrative healing to occur, because there's always a mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual component to how imbalance manifests. Genetic predispositions definitely have something to do with it, but mostly only in the sense of where an imbalance manifests. So for one person might get chronic headaches, and another person might get sore joints, and another person may manifest an autoimmune issue, and another person may get a digestive issue. Many of my clients ask me if their digestive issue can get better, if they will ever be able to eat normally, or if this is a problem that can ever really go away for them completely. This is my response to that. Our bodies are always speaking to us, but often we don't listen. Sometimes our body knows something is wrong in our lives before our conscious awareness does. For example, our body can tell us when a relationship is bad for us, that we are going down a wrong path, that we need some downtime. And it will do this by manifesting some type of physical imbalance, like illness or fatigue or a digestive issue. But instead of listening, we often take an antacid or a pill to suppress the symptom and to keep forging ahead. The way that we digest our food is an expression of how we digest our life. And science is now proving all of this. Our thoughts and our mind influence all of our bodily processes. For example, mismanaged stress, so how we respond to the stressors in our life, can increase inflammation. And inflammation stimulates all disease processes across the board. Our mind and our digestion have a bi-directional relationship. What happens in the gut influences how we feel and think, and how we feel and think impacts our digestion. This is why healing digestion requires an integrative approach that includes mind, body, and spirit. So to answer the question, can my digestion ever get better completely? With the correct intestinal healing methods that address the physical manifestation of your digestive issue, emotional release techniques, and coming out of a stress-oriented mindset, you can pretty much eliminate most digestive problems. However, you probably won't be able to eat a bad diet and live an unhealthy lifestyle without consequences. Your body is always speaking to you. If you take the time to listen and understand your digestive issue and to use the methods that will strengthen it, you can pretty much drive your digestive issue into remission. But if you are living out of alignment with your truth, pushing yourself too hard, eating the wrong foods, and not taking care of yourself, ignoring your body's signals, your digestive issue will come back to try to get your attention once again. Because when you do those things, your digestion will definitely let you know. In this way, your digestive issue can move from being an enemy to an ally. With deep listening, your healing journey becomes an initiation and an awakening. And when your digestion tells you something is amiss, you listen so that it doesn't have to scream at you anymore. Digestive issues are definitely not all in your mind and not all in your emotions either. There are physical contributions that need to be addressed through natural methods like fasting, herbs, teas, and a customized diet specific for your body and your constitution. In addition, you need techniques and methods that facilitate the release of stress and suppressed emotions and trauma from the nervous system. And these are physical practices that you should do weekly. If you'd like to take a deeper dive into these healing methods, I strongly encourage you to sign up for my free masterclass, How to Eliminate Digestive Issues and Gain Life Balance in 5 Steps Without the Anxiety. Thank you so much for your time and your attention today. You can follow the link below to sign up for that masterclass.